Hi, I'm Michele from Morley Library's Genealogy and Local History Department. And today we're going to talk about scanning those photos that are clogging up your bookcases and closets with books and photo albums. And we're going to learn how to scan them into a digital file. Now, there's some good reasons to do this. First of all, it frees up space, but most importantly, it makes these photos shareable, it documents them, and it makes them usable for all sorts of reports or family gatherings, or even use in your local genealogical society for some. So now it's time to get them into a format that's usable and shareable and documentable. And there are a lot of ways to do this, so we're going to try and go over a couple of easy ways. But before we do that, you want to prepare. And you want to prepare by going through your photos and grouping them and labeling the pictures you choose that you're going to scan or upload into your computer or a photo flash drive. You don't want to save every single photo. That would be far too many. But you want to make sure that you capture very specific events like weddings, birthdays, graduations, Christmases. Pull out the most important photos. Label them with when, where, who, what, how, even who took the picture. And then you've got data you can use when you upload the file, and you can put information into the file along with that picture. So once you know what you've got, you can start making files. The really cool thing about this is some people across the country have found that their relatives, as they go back through these photos or albums, turn out to be important people in their community. And who knows, you might find someone in your family who really contributed greatly to our community or society in general. So it's a really great opportunity for your family, but it's really, really good for the whole community. There are a couple different ways that you can actually get your photos into a JPEG format. The first one would be using your printer computer setup, putting your photos on the printer and scanning them. Now, it's good if you can scan them as a JPEG, but that doesn't always work. You might start taking photos of your photos with your cell phone and then uploading them to your computer and saving them as JPEGs. Now, that takes a little bit of practice because there's lighting and there's reflections and things like that. If you're going to do a lot of photos, you might want to invest in a moderate cost photo scanner. A photo scanner is a dedicated photo scanner, not a document scanner, but a photo scanner. And even some of the instruments out there will load a bunch of photos and go through them, zip, 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 zip. So that might be an option for you. So you might purchase a dedicated photo scanner. Now, that's a process and a learning process. So once you have made the choice of how you're going to scan your photos, you might want to go on YouTube and look at some videos, see what people are using to scan with, and some tips from the scanning world. Lots and lots of things exist, and it helped me to decide to buy an actual photo scanner. Now, there are photo flash drives that you can save them to also, but you have to scan them once you have the photos. You can also save them to a little flash drive that is specifically made to save photos. It makes it a little bit easier to be transportable and usable by other people. So you want to make sure that you start with a folder in wherever you're saving your photos, to your computer or to your flash drive. Have the specific events in a folder, not just one great big file of photos. You want to have labels on them, and you can do that in those programs. Keeping them organized, saying who's who, what's what, why this was taken. Give it a little story, in fact. You can also save them to CDs and make CDs that you can hand out to others. So now that you've done that, and you've decided on how you're going to scan them and where you're going to save them, once you've done the hard work, you can send them to friends, to family, and you can share all of these really great events with people instead of having to go through picture by picture by picture. Have fun doing this, and I hope you'll see us again sometime.